Good morning, Annie and Luli. Today we're going to learn about live-bearing vertebrates, meaning mammals. Okay? Um, for the vocabulary today, we have the word mammal, which is a vertebrate, meaning an animal that has a backbone that bears its young alive, so their babies are born alive, not from an egg, and can produce milk that they use to feed them. And then mammals, a mammal is an animal that feeds its young on the mother's milk. And then the offsprings, the babies, are born alive rather than being hatched from eggs. And they are different from other animals. They nurse their babies on the mother's milk. Only mammals have hair. They're the only animals that have hair. They are warm-blooded, mean that their temperature changes. That their temperature stays the same even if the environment changes. Uh, and well, also birds are warm-blooded, but all of the rest of animals are usually cold-blooded. Mammals have a larger and more well-developed brain than other animals, and they give more protection and training to their offspring. Remember that when we learn about fish, that fish just leave their eggs there? Okay, a mammal wouldn't do that. They stay besides their babies and they take care of them. There are over 4,500 kinds of animals, and some are really familiar to us. Cats, dogs, cattle, elephants, lions, zebras. The largest animal of all, it's a mammal, the blue whale. It's really big, can be more than 100 feet long and weigh more than 150 tons, so it's huge. And mammals live almost everywhere on Earth. And then mammals are alike in several ways. Okay, so the characteristics of mammals are that they have hair, sorry, it's fair, but it should say hair. They have hair or fur. They have lungs for breathing. Their mothers feed the babies young with milk. The embryos develop inside the mother's body instead of within an eggshell. Okay, so the baby is inside the mom, and that the embryo is much safer inside the body of the mom. That means that fewer offspring are needed to continue the species. So instead of having like 1,000 babies, they have 1 or 2 or 8, but not too many. And a live baby mammal also takes longer to produce than most other animals. And baby mammals are really weak at birth. The mother gives them milk, and then they have to learn what other food may be eaten, and the parents have to protect them. So you can think of human babies, which we are mammals, and the babies, they need a lot of care from the parents. They drink milk, we have hair, um, but the thing is that they need a lot of protection. They are not capable like of being by themselves when they're a baby. And then about the structures of mammals. Um, they have structure in their bodies that help them survive. It can be the color of their fur that can hide them in their environment, like this cheetah, or scare off other animals. They have claws, garras, or sharp teeth to protect them. And they have keen senses of hearing, of sight, and smell to help avoid danger or obtain food. And then most young mammals have to be taught by their parents how to use these things like claws and teeth or how to hide. And then for reproduction, all mammals reproduce through sexual reproduction, meaning that you have a male and a female, okay? The female produces egg cells inside their body in the ovaries, and then sperm is placed within the female's body during mating, apareamiento. The egg cells are fertilized by the sperm, and the fertilized egg begins to grow through mitosis, starts dividing, and then the embryo grows. Each mammal has a certain period of time before the baby is born, where the baby is growing in the mother's belly, and that's called the gestation periods. You have on your lesson a chart that you can see and check how many months, okay? Some smaller mammals become adults within about a year after birth, but others take more time to become adults, even 10 years or longer. Like what happens with humans, that we are not adults until we're about like 18 years old. And then for dogs, for example, I don't think they consider a dog an adult until they are 2 or 3 years old. And then most adult mammals reproduce for several years. Much of the adult's time is spent feeding the young, protecting them, and training them to become adults. If the adults didn't take care of their young that way, the species would soon die out because the babies need more of their parents. They are kind of helpless when they're a baby. Okay, so that would be the explanation of today.